Hi guys, welcome back to our channel GC Bonsai. In today's video, we will show you on how to wire a newly propagated bonsai. But before we continue, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to keep you posted on our upcoming videos. And now let's get started. The wiring process in making a bonsai is one of the fastest way in molding and styling your bonsai tree. It plays an important role in making a trunk or branch movement and the aging process. Bonsai wires come in all different sizes, and each size is needed for a different trunk or branch size. The size of the wire should be about 1/3 of the trunk or branch, or just good enough to bend the intended part. A copper or aluminum bonsai wire is considered as very good in bonsai since they are easy to handle and can be reused. However, the colors to be used must be complementary with the color of the trunk or branch of the tree species in order to become pleasing in the eye of the viewers and accentuate the movement of each lines. In my case, I usually use the aluminum wires in training my trees. Aside the fact that it is more cheaper and readily available in our country than the colored one. Now let's begin. Always start by wiring the trunk first, then wire all the primary branches before starting any of the secondary or smaller branches. In wiring the trunk, start by inserting the wire about 2 to 3 inches into the soil and slowly twist until the wire is secure. Always remember to maintain a uniform angle of the wire. About 45 to 60 degrees angle is acceptable. Also, it must not too tight and too loose to avoid deformation or breaking the trunk or branch. Adding a 2 to 3 wires in a single trunk or branch is acceptable, depending on the size of the part intended to be wired. It allows you to manipulate easily the trunk or branch during the bending and twisting process. Make sure to maintain as much as possible the angle and close distance of the first and second wire. We can optimize the use of the wire by diverting the other end of the wire to the other portion of the trunk or the main branch. In case of wiring a V-shaped trunk or branch, I usually measure and estimate both ends before I cut the wire. Make use of the other end to anchor the wire. Hold firmly the center portion of the wire prior in making a turn. Make use of the other hand to hold and support the doer hand. Make sure to avoid wiring the foliage. This time, let's continue wiring the other half. Done wiring the trunk and the primary branches. Now, before we proceed wiring the secondary up to the remaining branches, let's find first the possible side to drop the branches to make a cascade style. To proceed, we will remove the tree on its spot to tilt it more and to minimize the rigid U-bend of the base to main trunk. Add a coco coir inside the pot to cover the drainage hole. This is enough to hold the soil or medium of the bonsai. It is also enough to retain moisture and will decompose just exactly before the root bond completed for this small size container. Add an anchor wire to secure the tree on the pot. This technique of anchorage is only applicable for small size bonsai. Now let's top up a little bit with a medium. A pebble size pumice is considerable to secure a good drainage and enough water retention. Press and make it more compact to eliminate air pockets. Now let's put back the tree and secure it with the anchor wires. Now let's set up the acceptable angles to make it into a gorgeous cascading style bonsai. I decided to choose the right to left movement of the cascade since the flow looks more natural and the branch's position is possible to create a visible layers of foliage. Remove some of the branches to create enough space for wiring the secondary and small branches, and also to create space for sunlight penetration. Now let's proceed wiring the secondary and the small branches from the bottom going up. pruning process is one of the most challenging part in making a bonsai. It takes plenty of years to master the skill. Now gradually arrange the branches and create an alternating layers of foliage. Wire all the remaining necessary branches to be used for the overall composition. This branch will help to create depth and also set up the apex and its foliage. Cut the excess branch to make it more compact. See you in part 2. Thank you for watching. Happy bonsai!